I've just done 100% completed Stormy Night. Now, this is probably the most harrowing sequences to get through. It's so many different possibilities, so many different endings. You could die like very early on. Todd could kill Alice. Get to Alice before Todd is one of the options. Where's the ending? Yeah, Todd broke Kara outside. So there's that. Kara and Alice evaded Todd. Todd broke Kara downstairs. Todd broke Kara outside. Kara and Alice fought their way out. Todd broke Kara in the corridor. And if you spotted the gun in an earlier scene and you win the fight, Kara shoots Todd by mistake or something. But if you lose the fight and drop the gun, Alice actually shoots Todd. So that has repercussions later on as well. You get a gun, which is good, but also I think possibly the view of androids goes down considerably. Yeah, there's a lot of different options and a lot of different pathways to get there. These little in-betweeny things, like opening the front door, failing to open the front door, those happen at multiple different pathways. So you have to kind of get the same ending several times. And this, I got this path for my final one, just because it's quicker. It was quicker to have her die in the corridor than have a whole fight sequence or what have you, which is really sad. And it's very harrowing just going through these domestic violence kind of sequences to get 100%. So I did it so that you don't have to. One of the trickier ones to get is Todd broke Kara downstairs. Now, this is if you fight Todd upstairs and lose the fight. You got to throw the fight. Basically, don't press any button prompts. You'll still get out of there, but you'll be damaged. And then when you go downstairs, you either fail to open the front door or you try to run to the backyard, which will instigate the fight downstairs. And in that fight, you also just fail the fight. And because you're damaged already, that's how you get that. So if you're trying to 100% it, which I wouldn't recommend, I recommend just playing this game as normal. But if you are trying to 100% it, that is the one way to get that. Fail the fight upstairs and throw the fight downstairs. But I will now play probably my favorite sequence of the lot. And it's kind of got a hidden animation sequence that I wasn't expecting, which I really found fun. And that will be my kind of final run through of this. You know what? I'll start from when he gets mad, because the opening's the same each time. But yeah. There's a couple of sequences where there's a complete lack of confrontation where you can stealth your way out. Those I like. And that one I actually like as well. This one, though, has a very interesting animation sequence that is very unique.
You stay there. Don't you dare fucking move, or I'll bust you worse than last time.
So of course we're going to move, because if we don't, then that's the end of the game. I might actually check that my Hopefully you can hear me better now. So yeah, we're definitely moving, because if we don't, then they're basically not in the game anymore because they die. Because Alice dies and then he blames you. Just gonna turn down the volume. Only available in main menu. Wonderful. Alright, well, hopefully you can hear me.
Shit about how I felt. Everything I could do.
He's coming! He's gonna hurt me! Run! Get away, or he's gonna break you like last time!
Alice! Alice! Daddy's coming! You need to be taught a lesson.
I have to find something.
Alice! Open this fucking door!
No, Carl! We'll fall!
It's the only way. Hurry, come on.
Carl! Watch out, Carl!
Come here, bitch!
Ugh.
Stop, Dad! Don't hurt her! Leave her alone!
You do as I say!
So these are unique to this situation. Because Alice is outside and you failed the fight, you get these 3 options. And this is why I love this one. His face!
Alice, honey. Alice. Look. Daddy's wounded. Little girl, come help Daddy. You bitches. Come here. Come back here. You're mine. You're both mine.
Please stop! Stop!
Come back here!
So you throw the fight at two specific moments. At the very end, so you go into, you in a new home, you make sure to open her window. You lock the door, you open the window, and you get her out of the window. And then you choose to either face Todd or fail to get out. Then you do the fight sequence, which is what most people do, I guess. Let's see the world stat. Yeah, 81% of people do the fight sequence. And then let's just leave that on. That's fun. Then you leave the room. Todd chases Kara. Instead of trying the front door, I mean, you can try the front door and fail, or you can run to the backyard, which is quicker. You fight downstairs, and when you're crawling, don't try to get up. So if you're not up, then you just dodge the chair that he pushes and do everything else to win the fight, to escape. That's another way that I've found. If you want to leave Todd completely unharmed, there is a way to do that. You can basically, if you failed this downstairs fight, though, Todd wins and Todd wrecks Kara, because you technically lost the fight upstairs, even though I only lost the last bit of it. And that's the trick. You need to get Alice outside the window, and then all you have to do is, when he's going for the belt, not tap X, and he'll win the fight. Not really fair, but it's how you get that sequence with the 3 different options, where you can slam him on the head. Which is, a unique kind of animation that I haven't seen before. Some other fun stuff is grabbing the lamp during when you've locked the door. You can grab the lamp. Wow, 0% of people talk to Alice. Ah, wow. I've done so many things that 0% of people did. That's pretty cool. Yeah. But there's like stuff here that I'm like, 0% of people would be too slow to do anything at all. But yeah, oh my goodness. Yeah. And so that's one of my favorite ones. My favorite hidden animations. Is it my favorite sequence of events? Maybe not. I kind of like leaving Todd completely unharmed. My first playthrough was actually, I picked up the gun. I tried to stop. This was my first playthrough, basically. I tried to reason with Todd, which was hilarious because he just shoves Kara while down the stairs, and then Todd goes upstairs, and then you go upstairs, and then what I did was